crazy story of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. 24 years ago today, it's been a beautiful, sunny Tuesday morning on September 11th of 2001. New York City is awake and ready to start into this new day. While not far away at the same time, a usual passenger flight took off from Boston, heading to Los Angeles. Everything felt normal, and the passengers were ready for their 6-hour flight to LA. After some time passed by then, and the plane glided through the air, all of a sudden, 5 men armed with knives and claiming to have a bomb stood off their seats, attacked the cockpit and seized control of the plane. They turned it towards New York City, and became faster and faster, while dropping lower and lower, and after a few seconds, the plane out of nowhere crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center, which was filled with thousands of people. At this point, everyone thought this was just a terrible accident. But then a second plane, also from Boston to Los Angeles, took off and got hijacked midair by 5 terrorists hidden among the passengers. They also turned their direction towards New York, and only minutes later, as the plane descended, they crashed the second plane at full speed into the Second World Trade Center Twin Tower. And now everyone realized that America is under attack. But the end was far from over. While New York descended into chaos and got all over the news worldwide, the third plane was already on its way, this time from Washington to LA. On this plane again, 5 terrorists, which hijacked the plane and changed the direction into the opposite way. A few minutes later, they arrived near Washington and crashed the passenger plane full of people into the west side of the crowded Pentagon. As the news were exploding for new breaking news, minute for minute the fourth and last plane took off and got hijacked midair by 5 terrorists again. They planned to crash the plane into the Capitol or the White House, but the passengers on board noticed about the terrible attacks on ground and sacrificed their life by overcoming the terrorists and crashing their own plane into a forest in Pennsylvania to avoid even more deaths. Meanwhile, in the heart of New York City, the Twin Towers collapsed, with thousands of people still inside, and so the darkest day in American history ended. Even if it was only 9 a.m. in the morning,